think it's this a right collective. I do not like using this laptop. We're gonna make it work. Okay. It felt funny on the laptop, y'all. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Like the left to the right, right to the left. But anyway, I don't know how this is. I'm gonna work with it. Okay. Hopefully my mic is on. You guys hear me. Let's see. I want to interact with you guys on this other one. So I'm gonna use that. I'm just testing this, y'all. This laptop, it's like, mm we we gonna figure it out though. We gonna figure it out. Give y'all a chance to come in. If this your first time visiting my channel, welcome, collective. How you doing? Sending you nothing but love, peace, happiness, and prosperity. Send some of that back. Hey, Shelly Shell. Long time no see. How you been? Yeah, it says we can hear you. Could you hear me? Hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me good? Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get into this message. If this your first time visiting my channel, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you know when I go live. If you're in the clouds and you're scared to come down, come down. I'm not gonna bite you. Okay. I lock the doors to any spell work, any death spells, beauty spells, financial spells, fertility spells, all that BS. I unlock the doors to positivity, prosperity, abundance, goodwill, good health, good wealth, good service. All right, collectors, this is gonna be a quick read because I just really was testing this laptop. Okay, but what I was getting is you guys about to have like a bird's eye view on somebody's karma. Not that you want to sit and watch. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you may feel sorry for a few people because of the person who you are, but get out the way, collective. Let the cards fall how they fall. That's what I'm saying because it's like somebody was doing stuff out of a hidden motive. I really feel like it was just to get some type of reaction out of you or make you look a certain way in front of a group of people. But I feel like somebody is getting their karma from doing that. Like I tell people, you can get further with staying 100. So whenever this person had an opportunity to betray you, they took it. That's what I'm seeing here. And something backfired. So, and it's like the worst thing to this person is for you to be like, oh, like for you to be right when it comes to something. And I feel like you're right when it comes to something. But let's get into it. This person was always your hater. It says spyware. Oh, y'all, this is the laptop. Oh, we're gonna be all right. But it says spyware. So somebody could have been spying on a device or spying on you some type of way. That's why I say with like all this technology, turn your mics off. In like a lot of y'all houses is ran off of these what is it, Alexa and Siri, all this like it's mics in y'all phones, it's mics in those and some of these things. I feel like somebody got access to something collective, some type of spyware, or someone could have been spying on you, could have had some type of spyware. Whoever this person is, they got a porn addiction. A lot of us was tapping in on that, but people didn't think you were telling the truth until it hit the news. You feel like me. I'm the type of person. Somebody was like, "How do you sleep with eye mask?" Because I can feel when somebody is in my energy. I can feel somebody looking at me. You know what I'm saying? I'm only gonna wear an eye mask somewhere I feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like home and stuff like that. But just imagine, like, some of y'all so intuitive. You can feel people watching you, just like you can feel people sending you evil eye through these social networks and stuff. You could feel people watching you. Somebody was spying. Like this could have been past or present energy. This could have been when you were in school. This is something somebody trusted. Okay, collective. This is like somebody you never expect. It says island studies, so someone could be from the islands. It says play the card. It says play the cards. Use your best hand. I said that. I feel like collective. Somebody could have betrayed you in some type of way, and it went left. But you got a pure heart. Saint Juan can be significant. You have a pure heart. It said, yeah, your love is pure. You have a pure heart. You like whatever this is, firehouse. I feel like somebody's house is burning. And I use that scenario, like you got to feel real crazy with sitting up there, you know, throwing fireballs at somebody else's house and your house burning up, but you ain't paying attention because you busy, throwing shots at somebody else's house. I feel like this is this type of situation. It says, what do she mean to you? I'm picking up collective. It's like somebody's karma. Somebody karma is who they chose to be with. It's like this person is catching karmas like professionally and personal, and it's like keeping a straight face in front of you though. But you're the main person that will help. It says what makes you great. I feel like you was minding your business, collective, focusing on what people, places, and things, whatever make you feel liberated or just free or and this person, somebody took the wrong way. It says new life, new habits. So you could have started like a new life, picked up better, healthier habits. This person didn't do that. It says crown lens, a crown glass element, and or aromatic lens. So somebody's starting to see something clear. They got a like you got a bird's eye view on this situation. Y'all balance your books, collective. This could have been someone you worked with, a group of people you worked with or something. Balance your books. It says real life fuck detector. See, it's something that you could have seen. Some of you guys can be intuitive or whatever. It's something you could have seen, collective, and somebody like, oh, they crazy. It's like somebody could have turned people against you to make you look unreliable to whatever information that you were speaking on, because deep inside they knew it was the truth. Yeah, a talk show, a TV show, or a radio show. Somebody is something very significant about a talk show or TV or a radio show. Somebody could be in the public eye. Homeboy, a male friend. You could have said something. Somebody's homeboy, a male friend, can be going through some type of karma, and you said something about something. It says succeed. She succeeded to her throne. See, collector, see, someone always betted against you because I feel like you was too real. I feel like you were a little too truthful. You probably was a little too truthful, and somebody is sick minded. Whoever the sick, I feel like somebody took towards an investment with a sick minded person, collective, and the tower is falling. Just how sick minded this person is. You put in spyware. Somebody can be in the somebody can work in law enforcement or something. But this person is very sick minded, collective. I feel like you've been tapping into a whole lot of some of y'all that do this type of work. Y'all been tapping into cold cases. Y'all been tapping into, things that if you talk to certain people, people try to label you loony. You know what I'm saying? But when it passed over, when it starts showing itself, everybody be like, now you scaring people because you see certain things. Like last night, it says your friends have to be on the same page as you. And this may I don't know why this reading going this way, but I'm gonna let it flow because it may be for a reason. If y'all go and follow like some of my playlists, I do like um if I watch somebody else's channel or certain documentaries or interviews and certain stuff, I save them. Okay, so I end up saving. Wait one moment, you guys. I apologize, you guys. I apologize for that. That was my child. But yeah, I was watching and that's another thing too. Like you starting, some of y'all are going to start to see a whole lot of these people that was held in high honor and on certain judges and certain, y'all gonna see a whole lot of stuff. So it was just like I was up last night because it was kind of like I'm like, let me pull this. That's when I feel like I got a rite of passage, and my ancestors was like, oh, okay, you on the right track, gave me confirmation because I wasn't even this like mediumship. I be careful with it because depending on the time, the day, how I'm feeling or whatever. But on my playlist, I end up saving a documentary on Kendrick Johnson. And when I pull my cards, I let them sit all day sometime if I feel like reading it or I don't. I didn't even open the deck, right? This how I know my guys and my intuition is just so like tapped in because I should have left it, but certain stuff I don't even like pull on because I already know that people in the background, like y'all wouldn't believe half the stuff that I go through just by answering the calling to this on this spiritual path. Okay, y'all wouldn't believe like the harassment, the on and off the internet that I go through, y'all. But I still try to stand, 10 toes with my guys. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. I remember that when that happened to him. I remember that. But this is gonna go back to this reading too, you guys. Y'all about to see a lot of people karma. So I pulled the cards. I never opened them or whatever because certain days I'm like, oh, I just pull a couple cards. Y'all see my whole deck over here, like my whole big basket full of my downloads and stuff. So that's what's like I don't have to prove my gifts to nobody because it's like the more I go on this journey, my guys always tap into me, let me know that I'm on the right track. So I left the cards out and I watched the documentary of Kendrick Johnson, right? And like I say, I don't watch TV. I be careful with certain things that I watch because I always see the symbolism in the back. It's like it's way deeper than just a movie or a show to me when I watch certain stuff. So I had to really prepare myself. Then I got to go through a whole cleansing to get certain things out of my psyche. So I watched this documentary yesterday, and my cards, before the people could even get the words out their mouth, it was just flowing. FBI, South, worst case. I'm like, oh God, baby is talking. It's like this baby was speaking from the grave. You get what I'm saying? That's why I was like, oh wow. When I say this child was speaking from the grave, it's not that I didn't, like I was going to look for something, but it just told me you on the right track and you protected, regardless of any racism people try to come up against you, anything. If I'm not talking politically correct, if I'm a little too good, whatever it is, I'm supposed to be doing this the way that the Most High is guiding me to do it. So I pulled a card. I didn't pull cards. The cards were just sitting out there, like just sitting out there. I didn't even know what the topic was going to be. So I was going through my YouTube, y'all, and I was just cleaning my page, and I'm like Kendrick. And lately the Kendrick, and I'm just like Kendrick. I'm like maybe it's squabble up. Maybe it's something as far as the music or something. So I really wasn't really planning on mine, but I just kept getting Kendrick, chemistry, Kendrick. So I'm like, okay, I'm still not thinking of it because I'm thinking that maybe, every time you get in the car, time you hear the song, it's like you're getting programmed to these lyrics. It's like, so I'm not paying no attention. So I goes back to my YouTube playlist, and I see Kendrick Johnson. So I feel like that was a mediumship message. And when I pull my cards, I see FBI, South, worst case. And when I got to watching that documentary of that child, of what happened to that child and how it was covered up, I see the rituals. I see the sacrifices in certain things. That's why I'm not the one to be all into certain programs and, to TV and stuff, because I see the rituals. I seen that all the things that they took a picture of, Skittles. Like, why is it things that y'all always zooming in on these businesses when it comes to these young children and these black boys? getting murdered and stuff. The news and the media be focused in on the product more than they do the person. When I looked in, I seen Skittle Raps. That goes back to Trayvon Martin, Ice-T. They were focused more on the product than what was really going on. And I feel like this is a situation, collective, and I don't know where y'all stand in it. This is some things that you're going to see. Everything is not a conspiracy. When I watched the documentary of that boy, and it really touched me, and I feel like it's certain things that I can get on my spiritual journey that other people may not pick up, because where I come from, my family is into my family is into morticians. We got morticians, you got preachers, you got people who run funeral homes, different things. So when it comes to like the afterlife, it's certain things that I'm not scared of, and I know how to cleanse myself. And I look so deeper into, I see things, and some of them then by me, little stuff connect me, you guys. When I change my hair, I get different downloads. You get what I'm saying? When I do certain, and when I go to like the locks, that's when I get so many things. I be like, oh my God, I get to picking up different stuff. Island. You know what I'm saying? I get to picking up different, like my gifts go in deeper, deeper, and deeper. So I really wasn't paying no attention until I got my cards. Before the people, whoever the host was, the interviewers was, that was, y'all, the documentary is on my playlist. But before they can even get the story out their mouth, collective, my cards was just pouring out. FBI, the South, worst case. You know what I'm saying? Like this, they covered this baby murder up. A lot of people that supposed to been held in high honor covered this baby's murder. They covered it up. A lot of people changed their positions in within the years that this investigation was going on. How you start from a case being in the South, the dirty South, all the way up here in Ohio. I'm telling you, y'all about to see a lot of people's karma. Collective, it's things you're about to see from people who X'd you out, that said you was cool, and they didn't know you were really gifted. They didn't know that it's people that you on lists that they don't even know about. You got all type of agencies and stuff because of the things that you're picking up. So you people being friends with you, people being lovers with you, people being in your space is not going to be able to handle you, because you ain't for the weak. Because a lot of people they're going to see the more that they connect with you that you're not. You hear as a messenger from God. And I'm saying it now, and I'm gonna mark this video. That case is going to be reopened, and everybody who lovers, friends, whatever it is, everybody who was attached and took payouts and to shut up or whatever on that baby's case, you're going to see that judgment. That's what my God told me. You're going to see it. You're going to see it, because when you hear names, everybody, oh, Kendrick, when you hear Kendrick, the first thing that you're going to think is Kendrick Lamar, because that's who you see in the public eye. This baby, I kept hearing his name. I'm like, what's going on? No disrespect, but it didn't click until, and then y'all know how when y'all go on YouTube, you don't even know how you be subscribed to certain stuff. Because on this page, I don't subscribe to nobody. I do have another page where I subscribe to other people's pages, but this page, I don't subscribe to nobody. So it was just a coincidence, like certain things that I was subscribed to. I just feel like this baby was talking to me. Like I said, the FBI, whoever was covered up in that case, that school system, whoever did that, you know what I'm saying? I don't care. Everybody is going to protect their children when it comes. And I'm going to go back to the reading, but that just been sitting on my heart. Everybody is going to protect their children, but I really feel like those, whatever fight that happened in that gym, you got children. They said that and the things, when I went into the history of that racist ass place, that was the same place they hung people, used to send postcards out. Like so many rituals. When I say rituals, like the soil bleeds sacrifice. And when I tapped into this, it was certain things that I had to be like, oh God, because I have a young child. I'm raising a young man. And it just have you just to hear a woman's pain and somebody asks you why you hollering, why you crying. You don't know. You ain't you know what you know. It's how they did this family that's gonna bring a whole lot of people under judgment. I don't care about your status, sergeant and head this and the FBI and Hoover and no, I don't care about none of that. Just as well as they had to release, what is it, JFK, is it JFK or whatever, they're going to have to release every evidence that they had on this baby case. And I don't care who was a Freemason, Mason, whatever, caught, whatever that they in. Because you set up there, and I feel like it shouldn't stop at the school. It should go to the coroner's unit. It should go to the police department and everything. Because maybe a couple people need to go back to school. Y'all stuff people bodies with newspaper. Black Friday ad. It was so many rituals. Like, people think that you can't, that they titles and who they bloodline. And for one, that's one thing too. People be up here acting like you got politicians watching these YouTubers that's not even gonna call them YouTuber, these scholars that's researching things that y'all know. That's why they got AI to finish up the information that you already fed it. You get what I'm saying? They building policies off of your work. That's a whole lot of people, like what they say, you still holding your slave owner's name. And then that energy is still in certain people's environment and bloodlines. And you wonder why certain things happen to certain people in your bloodline, because you are holding the same slave owner's energy and what they've done and the cruelty and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't know everything and I'm not right about everything. But the two gentlemen that their father on the case, they said the father was an FBI agent. That's the only person who could pull them type of moves in a case to get stuff closed down. And when you when you know when you know the system and the ladder of the coroner's units and death and the medical field and stuff like that, yeah. When, like, see, a lot of these jobs and businesses, people think they too far fledged to open. It's regular people like me and you that go and open, that get contracts with the government, that get contracts with the city. My friend, your friend, give me, you know what I'm saying? That's business, that's service. And now, in this case, just stuck out to me, y'all, so much, because when I pull my cards, the first thing that it says worst case, FBI, South. And I just say, like, I just pray that God get that family justice. Because just as well as, and they said, like, they had a fight or something a little bit before, it was something, he didn't like the young man or whatever. The two brothers, they got into it, two white boys or whatever it is. But why everybody turning the other cheek in this case? Because their father was an FBI agent. It's like, it's not that hard for you to even to solve it. But this baby came up in my energy, and I just send out nothing but love. That they get some type of justice in that. And I feel like you're going to be able to see it. It's not going to be like JFK 80,000 secret sheets. Like, they ain't even done reading. They had a file, 80,000 page files, closed case. Am I saying his name right? I hope I am, but whatever. But you get what I'm saying? But in this case, you're going to see justice. We're going to see justice for Kendrick. Because, like I say, when your name hold weight, when they say your name hold weight, your name is a vibration. Don't name your children anything. The reason why I say that is because you see what energy is out there now, Kendrick. And we know that a lot of these children, majority of the music got more influence on your child than you do. And I just feel like when whatever records that was hit within Kendrick Lamar and his performance, I feel like that's gonna trickle down to Kendrick Johnson. It's gonna be some things answered, and Kendrick Lamar is safe. I feel that. And when I look, like, you see Kendrick had on that Jesus crown, the crown or whatever. And when I read it, I'm just going off of, I'm not so familiar with the case. I'm going off of my card and the certain things that I tapped into. But his mother said the reason all of her children name started with a KJ, and she said that it was King Jesus or whatever it was. That's why I feel like they're going to get justice. And that case is going to be an example for a whole lot of people that want to sit in the back, throw rocks, and have their hands when it comes to them being racist still. It's in you. And no, and like I said, certain things is embedded in people collective. The field that I work in, and I love elder people. But one thing that I do notice, people can be going through dementia, but they never forget that you are a nigger bitch, you're a nigger, but you the same nigger bitch and nigger that's wiping their butts, making sure they're in good health. But these people can forget their children's name through dementia and stuff. But they don't forget that they don't like you because the color of your skin. And I done took care of sergeants, old people that been in wars. I done seen the racist things that's still in people's house. But I act like, oh, I don't know what that symbol means. You get what I'm saying? I'm just here to take care of your mother or your father. But I know that energy is in that house. So it's nothing nobody can tell me. Because I don't work with a whole lot of people in public health. Certain things is embedded deep in certain soils. And that's one of them. That's one of them. The racism and how deep it goes to the point that you can't give a right, you can't be righteous because the system wasn't built for us. It was built for them. Because people want you to forget about certain things because they don't want you to feel that you were right. You don't even need that confirmation. Actions speak louder than words. And once people keep showing you who they are, that's who they are. See, a lot of our people, our heart too good to do the cruelest shit that people have done. But like I said, you gonna have a bird eye view to a whole lot of people karma. Because the certain things that these people have done, they have done things on small scales to cover up certain things. But that baby speak from his grave. He speak from his grave. And I say, in this lifetime, we gonna see justice. I'm gonna let that be right there, collective. But and you take what resonate, leave or don't. It could be someone that didn't get rightful justice in your life or something. It could, far as something like that. Don't have to necessarily be like that, but it can be like a death that was never solved or something. And people, you don't know why people like these platforms, you never know why people target you. Somebody can be targeting you from a loved one that they murdered, a cold case, and y'all hold the same name. So you got to watch how you move out here. Once people show you who they are and they do anything and anything for money, they chose their side. They say keep your enemy close. I disagree. Keep your enemies far away from you. Because somebody betrayed somebody in the worst way where they know that they can't come back from. That could be business or personal. But Island Studies, Good Vibe Tribes, your friend has to be on the same page as you, collective. Somebody is sick-minded. This is what I'm telling you. A whole lot of y'all are going to be a witness to these sick-minded individuals that need to be in mental asylums. Okay? They don't need to be in regular rehabilitation. They literally need to bring back the asylum for these folks. When you see how deep and dark that they went with the spiritual, with your spiritual tools, how they demonized them and got you scared of your tools that your ancestor left you. She succeeded to her throne. See, a lot of people, time is up. They were seat warmers. They was just keeping your seat warm. It says homeboy, a male friend. Whoever this homeboy is, this male friend. okay, talk show, TV show, or radio show. And I'm gonna just channel this message because I feel like a whole lot of these cases and stuff when they be asking like justice and all of this stuff, you gotta really a lot of these people that wasn't standing with these families and they was just doing it for clout. Because I feel like in that Kendrick Johnson case, the agent, the what it was it the lawyer who said that they was going to stand and they were going to get justice, he switched his whole field. He did that because he took an oath. He was a part of a secret society. Homeboy male friend, yeah. Whatever that masculine was, who somebody who was on this talk show or television or radio show that got clout off of this baby death, and you and your family is living good, and this family gotta grieve every time the anniversary come of their child. Yeah, you and your homeboys gonna be in the cell eating cold bologna sandwiches. You a real life fuck detector. See, they train their children on how to pass lie detector tests and how to if you got a father or somebody, and if they didn't, hey, it had to be somebody in higher places to cover up shit. We know how it go. And they like to sacrifice ours for they upcoming, and it ain't happening no more because some of us can see you. Okay, because some of y'all are real life fuck detectors, and you see all the real life fuck shit in this investigation. The favors, the hush money. You see that. Balance your book, all the back ended deals, all the organizations that took money for that case. Y'all took hours of tax dollars or whatever it is on a case that you never solved because it wasn't you didn't want it to be solved anyway, but people got money. You balance your books, collective. Whatever this is, it's a crown view on something. New life, new habits. All right. It says what makes you great because you see deeper into things. That's what make you great. You don't have to be standing with a whole lot of people to stand for what's right. And another thing that I noticed, and y'all go watch it, and y'all tell me what y'all see. My spiritual ones, y'all go watch it. Y'all tell me what y'all see too. You go what I'm saying? You don't have to. And I just started to see how many people was out there for the family. And as the time went by, it was only a couple lawn chairs. It says, what do she mean to you? Firehouse. Collective. I feel like it's a homeboy. It's someone that you used to, it's someone that someone used to date. That some people could have said, some people could have turned, see, everybody can't handle you dating you or whatever. And they're like, oh, you talk to her, you talk to homeboy, you talk to old girl that be talking to the dad. Or that's spiritual. It's like that's certain stuff people, you know what I'm saying? Everybody is not ready for the type of energy that you hold. But it's somebody that's in your energy that like your uniqueness. But they know to even be in your energy, the things that you pick up on, they have to have a certain level of protection. But anybody that's connected to you, collected, is going to be protected because you got an army of spirit guides that'll take out an army of these physical ones in a minute. But you want somebody radar collective. Somebody could have turned against you because I feel like I'm picking up people who do this. That some of y'all is tapping into mediumship. See, they're gonna call you crazy. I'm telling you, they can call you a lot of things until things pass over. Some could be depending on whatever religion disciplines you in. It could have been something very significant about Passover. Okay, take what resonates, leave what don't. But it says, what do she mean to you? I feel like whatever it is that you're doing, somebody is not the norm. So that's going to have you in certain situations where you're going to have to stand by yourself because everybody ain't going to get it. I'm just there to tell you. Firehouse. It says your love is pure. Your love is pure, collective. I feel like the conversation with you is different. It's different things that you talk about. You know what I'm saying? That people don't normally talk about. And it's like it take a minute for people to adapt to who you are. Okay? But you don't sit there proving nobody. Yep, it says play the card. It says play the cards. Use your best hand, and I feel like somebody could be a tarot reader, oracle reader, or something. But you get mediumship abilities. That's why you're very sensitive to low vibrational people, places, and things. Like certain things that people used to do, like harm and like put people in harm. That's not attractive. That's not interesting to you because you're too sensitive. Especially when you speak to the deceased and stuff like that, and you get in people's stories that didn't get closures, people, children, and women getting, thrown in the trash and killed and stuff like that. Like everybody can't handle that type of energy. So you're not going to be for everybody. And you're not here to be like, oh, I told you so, because I think that. But whoever these people collective is a lot of, I feel like it's an investigation because people are spying on you because of your gifts. Okay. A lot of people was watching you because of your gifts. And these could have been agents or like officials that supposed to have been watching you. You get what I'm saying? That you were put on some type of list to watch, but instead of them doing their job, a couple of them start, harnessing sexual energy. If you got all access to see remotely into a person's home, you can see them dressing, undressing in their most vulnerable moments. That's why a whole lot of these, that's why I say you're going to see a whole lot of people falling because a lot of people not strong. That's why they put you when you go join certain stuff. You gotta have. I feel like you gotta have strength when it comes to your sexual energy in any field of study. That's in life, personal or physical. Because there's certain people you might be in a career where you gotta see women naked or men naked all the time. Is you strong and you got a wife or you got you know certain stuff at home? Can you fight that? A lot of them can't. You will be surprised who supposed to be protecting and serving, but they're weak. That fell to the temptation. That oath or whatever they took throughout the door, the good part of it. So that's why I say like certain stuff in the hands of certain people they can't handle it. Could you handle it? If you had access to see everything that everybody do, you could just click in. Oh, okay. I want to see Creative Vibe Collective what they doing today. Let me turn to that station and see what they doing. Would you overuse your authority if you had access to that? You will be surprised how many people got access to that just by the simplest things that you got in your home. And this goes back to cameras and certain things, and it goes back to this baby case in this school. This whole world is surveillance, but people only want you to see what they want you to see. It's too many coincidences and organ harvestings. Where's that baby organs? See, this goes back up to these dark webs and these people um, with these real dark actions, porn addictions, certain people that's sick minded that like to see people in grief, that like to see killings, and that was a place where baby reside. That was a city where they got off on seeing women getting hung and nukes and nooses and stuff like that. And I feel like on your journey, don't take if you guys on this journey with the spirituality, don't take it lightly because you're gonna be surprised the messages and certain things that you get. You're not even gonna be going to look for certain things. They're gonna find you. That's how you know. That's how you know. But I feel like whoever it is, it's payback collective. A lot of people, places, and things is going through karma. Okay, they got to pay some people back to return good names. A lot of to return good names. A whole lot of people names that people messed up with the lies and the deceits. Hmm. But I feel like y'all gonna see a lot when it comes to a whole lot of people in these cover ups in these cities and stuff, and a whole lot of people that been watching y'all that overuse their authority, bad talk. the smear campaign to make you look to discredit you because they don't want to be found out. She loved hearing her own voice. It says always, it says she loved hearing her own voice, always out of place. So I really feel like it's somebody's homeboy and it's a feminine energy. And it's something very significant about a cold case that was never unsolved. It's something very significant about a cold case. And it's just like when the mask fall off of everyone that was involved in something, it can be something different. You get what I'm saying? But I'm going with the message. When you really see just how deep people went to put you in turmoil, to keep you on a cycle of grief, you're gonna be surprised. You had ex-lovers, ex-friends, ex-people you used to work with. When you really see, like, when it's gonna be what I'm seeing, it's gonna be a big fall of somebody, and it's gonna be a domino effect. Yep, that card came out too. Domino effect. They're gonna look and see in all of these murders how the coincidences. Somebody overused their authority collective, and I feel like your gifts put you on the list of something too. And you could have just been an innocent bystander or something, but you're gonna see a whole lot. You're gonna really see just how people are. Yeah, half-hearted, exhibiting or feeling little interest, enthusiasm, or heart uninspired. Chicago. Yeah, you guys about to see a whole lot of these rituals that they were doing on these youngins. Y'all about to see a lot. Like, a lot of people know that they self-defense. Yeah, defense oneself. You gonna defend yourself. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. You ain't got too many times to keep on playing outside my house, little stuff like that, collective. Just because my guy's telling me who did what to them. You not, like they say, you're not gonna break into a house that's not worth anything. Ain't nobody gonna break into a abandoned house that is nothing in there. You'll be surprised why people been watching you. Yeah, they mad. This is what they saying. Bitch. That bitch. I'm telling you. Look, you bringing it out of a lot of people and you defend yourself. They can't hide. They can't hide. Misery love company and you don't wish to attend. I feel like, collective, you guys have came across certain people radar. The killers, don't matter if they black or white, it's like you seeing it. And you gonna see their karma too. Because they always don't pay attention to little old you. They don't think you're not a threat. But just as well as they watching you, the Most High and your guys is watching them. Mm-hmm. Collective, it says, yeah, collective, I really feel like somebody is in law enforcement. I don't know if it's locally, state, fed, but they're in law enforcement. It could be up to 3 agencies, but 3 crooked people in them. You got a fuck boy investigation with the FBI because somebody is sick minded. You got a feminine energy. You get what I'm saying? I really feel like when these people took these cases and certain things, and you can be coming in the energy because you don't know why people was watching you. Okay. I really feel like when people first took these cases and went into these fields of study, their hearts was in it until they started to see the freedom and they can get away with any damn thing. That's when their heart turned corrupt and they turned sick-minded. Once you cover up one incident, you got to cover up another one, another one. Then depending on who seen it, they gotta get a piece of the pie. Then this person get blackmailed. This is a lot of this. This was a whole lot of financial something collective, and you seen it. You seen something with a person. You seen something one clean in the water. And you just kept a poker face. You seen who was trying to gamble people's life. Poker face. Played their hand. Somebody can be a gambler. But I really feel like it's certain people that take bids on these chosen children of the Most High. They sit back and take gambles on life like it's nothing. I've really, Karmic City, look, collective, I cannot. Look, Karmic City. I'm telling you, you about to see a whole lot of things that happened to you within your life that was tied to some racist shit. And you supposed to be the sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice. Y'all about to see so many connections with just how dirty people is. Because there's a whole lot of blood that was shed that didn't get no peace. And I feel like that case is one of them. Louisiana can be significant. All the injustice, all of these God is within you, all these big families that know that a lot of their generational wealth was built off of the blood and sacrifice of others. You see, study abroad. It's a whole lot of something with the education system that I feel like that's up under judgment too. These schools, these board members of these schools and certain stuff, I feel like that they are under judgment. That's why certain things, and I'm not against technology. That's why certain things is being put in place. Your job, hey, the bot can do your job. So who you gonna, turn the other cheek and act like you ain't see nothing to in a minute? A whole lot of their jobs getting X'd out too, because they don't realize that they've been a liability. They don't realize that they ain't safe either. Ain't nobody safe. Ain't nobody safe. I don't know if they don't want y'all to know or not, but ain't nobody safe. You don't look your age, collective. See, the things that you're interested in is like somebody like they don't supposed to even be interested in that. But you do you. You don't change to fit in to nobody. It says what they want do for love and money. So like you was a little bit before your time. You could have been somewhere. You could have been at the right at the right place at the right time. And a lot of people wouldn't even even look at you as a threat. Worst case, look, the same coming up. I'm telling you, it's somebody case. It's something coming up about this case. It says not all about looks. See, somebody overused the authority collective to the point where this person has a sex addiction or porn addiction or something, or they were involved in sex trafficking or something. And you could have picked up something and on somebody, and people went against you, and come to find out all the shit true. All the rumors are true. Who was that? Lizzo? All the rumors are true. That was yeah. Yeah, a domino effect, collective. Look, the same. Thank you. That's how I know I don't be tripping. Because the same cars coming out. And I just set these out. Look, FBI, COINTELPRO, Dirty Side of the FBI, creator of J. Edgar Hoover. I'm telling you, a lot of these people man, a lot of people going to be under judgment. Domino effect. It says sets off a chain of similar events. It's like somebody starting to see the same ritual that somebody was doing, the same rituals. And it's like it's somebody collective that can't handle defeat. And in that case with Kendrick, it's the father. I'm big FBI agent. I run shit around this town, and you got beat up by the nigger. Was that what happened? Or this is going back to bullying, collective. Bullying, like I said, it's the privilege pass. That's why these education systems and all these people is getting a butt in the hot seat too, because it's the privilege pass. It's the privilege pass, collective. outsource, outsourcing, outside supplier. And this is what I say when I say ain't nobody safe, because a whole lot of things. This is America. This is why they want everything in house, because people can't even trust their allies. Ain't nobody got no allies. That's why I feel like people do, like, little do you know, ain't nobody safe. So it ain't no, oh no, I had that. Nah, it ain't that. Everybody gonna have to own up for what the part that they played in the story. Yeah, because a lot of people was in over their head, in over their head, and that goes back to this baby case, the shoes over their head, and then shoes, that's Pisces, that's feet. And I feel like the reason why that I'm picking up like this energy, and I'm gonna just go in out of it. You get what I'm saying? Because here, well, in Detroit, like one man, a lot of people look at us as trash. You get what I'm saying? And it's like it's some good people that will literally give you the shoes off their feet, the clothes off their back. And the reason why I'm gonna go, I'm after this, I'm gonna do that reading on Kendrick Johnson because I'm being called to it. But I really, some stood out to me here in Detroit. It was the Bread Project. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but it's a certain part of our city where it's nothing but shoes, old shoes, dirty shoes, and you know what I'm saying. You have to come and walk to get the story of like the Dogon. Like you have to walk through the city to pretty see what he was trying to say. This is why I feel like this case is like something, because I keep getting shoes. You get what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm gonna put it together. I'm gonna do a reading, but I'm gonna make sure my energy clean. Because I feel like this baby is he's speaking, and he ain't gonna let whoever get away with what they did. And it's gone. And watch what I tell you, and come back when it happened. Y'all watch what I tell you. And I keep picking up Kendrick Lamar. I'm picking up Kendrick. Somebody's name can be Kendrick. But I'm picking up this baby's name. His name was Kendrick Johnson. But when they say your children name whole way, somebody was in over their head for one. And people try to, this is what I be saying when the name Maze, Maze could be significant. Somebody could have liked Maze. Rest in peace, Frankie Beverly. Frankie Beverly. So my name could be Frankie. But the name Maze, this is what I was putting over. Say for instance, somebody want to do a ritual when you are in the spiritual realm, just like a ritual. And like I said, if I'm wrong or wrong, take what resonate, leave it on. But when people want to do rituals, certain things will show up, certain people will show up. Like if somebody was doing certain things on you, or certain things was happening that you just can't get your finger around, and your guys is trying to talk to you, people will show up with the same exact name collective that was a part of the situation. So, like, you see how they were trying to close that situation out. And look, the only thing, everybody who didn't even know who the hell Kendrick Lamar was know who Kendrick Lamar is. That's why that vibration of that name. But when you hear Kendrick, you're not going to think of the baby that got rolled up in the mat. You're going to hear Kendrick. You're going to think of Kendrick. You're not going to think of Kendrick who got killed in his school. Just as well as, like I said, travel. This world is big. It's education. Just like it's like somebody wanted to drown out the energy. That's how these rituals is going to go real. And it's like it's something with it's like something with these US or these US corporations. Because if you there for murder investigation, why is you taking the pictures of Skittles pack? If these kids getting killed, why is you focused on the Skittle more in the juice than the dead person? So a whole lot of these organizations, and that's gonna start with the health, and I feel like it's flowing. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. JFK. He's the head person over the Health and Human Services. That's over the food and all of that and all of that. All the poison in the food. It goes back as a domino effect. The healthcare administration and all that stuff. When these babies get killed, just I go back to I'm gonna set the cards to the side a little bit, collective, because I just When certain stuff going, I just gotta go. But when you go back to Trayvon Martin, they were focused, okay, and they say, oh, such and such was part of this, a part of that, all that secrecy and all that stuff, y'all letting that shit scare y'all. Because if you can go and get the oath to this sorority, that to this and that, if you can go get print out all the shit on the internet, it ain't a secret. Okay. But when I looked at this case and I looked at that case, it's something they be too focused on these businesses. You focus in on Skittles. You focus in on tea. But you're not focused on that's a human person on that ground dead. That's somebody's child. But in they book of law, black is dead. You nothing. That's what they say. Oh, black boy dead. Black. They don't say man. You get what I'm saying? They gotta label it. You know who you are. You can play that paper games or whatever, but you know who you are. It's certain things that your eyes can see that your spirit guys can see. And a whole lot of these people on like Emmett Till, on to these people's death, they don't want to tell the truth until they get to the age of they just can't take it anymore. That's why the field of study that I'm in, I know there's a difference between spirituality and mental illness. I done had elder people, I'm like, oh, okay, they ain't just talking. That sounds like some shit that been in the back of their conscience for a minute. And you the same way, collective. Don't let nobody make you feel like you too much because they don't get you. Because you was here for a reason. And you ready for your new start. And that's the word on the street. You a little different, huh? You out here raving. Raven can be significant. You out here, somebody name could be Raven. Simone. Somebody name could be Simone. But you out here zooming into different realities and shit. You not the one that somebody, oh, I'm into, you can't just be with anybody because you see through shit. You see through lies. Something gonna tell you. Friendships, certain you can't work anywhere. It ain't no easy journey. But whatever this is, collective, because I feel like this medium, I'm gonna have to get this mediumship reading out because this baby ain't holding up. He not. It's their karma. And the best thing is to get out the way and let people get their karma. Okay, pink eye. Stretcher. Look. Stretcher. Stretcher. This is something with this this baby energy trying so hard, y'all. I just have to get myself in the right energy. Stretcher. Corners. Death. For y'all to even I feel like I'm jumping, but I'm gonna let it flow. For y'all to even put to stuff this, somebody can be a journalist, but for y'all to even stuff this baby body with newspaper, Black Friday ads, black market, where's his organs? That's why y'all be careful too. Being organ donors and stuff like that. It's like collective. Once you see this world for what it is, you can't act like you don't see it. That's just like the moral of the story. You can't. Because some of y'all got bird's eye view 15-15. Some 15-15 can be significant. Some of y'all got bird's eye view on a lot of things. You may not get it, but you're going to get the pieces. Rock bottom, the lowest possible level. You're going to see this, collective. You gonna see it in your lifetime. You know how the elders like, oh, I may not see justice in this lifetime. You gonna see it this lifetime. Yes, you are. These night crawlers. You gonna see it. Rethink the thing. Look, rethink the things you think you know. You're gonna be surprised why you was a target. You're gonna be surprised. Heal, health, healthy. I don't know what government. Didn't I say that in the beginning? Local government, whatever it is. Didn't I say that in the beginning? you're going to see a lot of people get set down. And they're going to have to be in the presence of the same people that they betrayed. Can they handle that? And the real ones is sitting on their throne that knew how to govern their mental accordingly is sitting on their throne. A whole lot of people is getting dethroned because it wasn't rightfully their positions in the beginning. It wasn't. Just a whole lot of y'all was too scared to take your rightful position because you was worrying about the things that people said. Oh, they are out, they it is. You would rather have certain people on your team than certain people on your team. So let them call you what you want. Everybody can't go with you because everybody ain't invited. Somebody could have had a child. Congratulations. It says want to lead this place, collective. See, you communicate with the deceased. You helping people. You the light through the depression. Everybody can't handle what's about to happen. They can't. They can't. It says your child is okay. Just know that. You say the firstborn, they comfort. Your children is okay, baby. They all right. Because you sync the recurrent cycles. You say, oh, not mine. You won't get mine for that ritual. Your children is okay. And if you lost any of them, collective, they okay too. But a lot of people, time is up. And when you realized who you was and you stood up, their time was up. Because they dirty. Unclean person. Because they dirty. You gotta teach a few people how to wash their ass again. Because they dirty, collective. They got blood on their hands. And you not here to say, I told you so. A lot of people dying because, then I say, a lot of people karma is who they choose to be with. Sometimes, a lot of people that have done certain things to y'all, they probably don't get trialed on the jury. But they get punished in different ways. And you ain't wishing that on nobody. But certain people have slow deaths. You can't pick the way that karma show itself. And some of y'all ain't even interested in sitting back watching. Yep, smile. Facial expression. Something very significant about a locker room. Look, this baby energy. Look, this school energy. Whatever happened with this baby. Okay? Whatever happened. Because he talking. He know I can communicate with him. He know I can communicate with him. It must be the dreads. He know I can communicate, y'all. And he is like, because I feel like my reading is everywhere. He's just like, can I say something? He's trying to, and it's like his energy stuck in that bitch ass school, and I don't care how I sound. It's stuck in that school. He didn't get a chance to graduate. He didn't get a chance to walk the stage. He didn't get a chance for his spirit to be free. But I'm gonna do what I can on my end. Then I say that's how I was seeing somebody who felt like that they had. I'm gonna let it channel through somebody that they feel like that they had authority, lordship, the rank of dignity. Okay, they did this because they wanted. Oh no, let them. And then y'all, I'm gonna just let it flow because I've been trying to block this baby out, but it is what it is. Take what resonate out of this message that's for you, and take you. Know what I'm saying? What don't let it be. All right. But whatever this is, this baby, he's talking. Locker room, school. Where do you get locker rooms? That's literally in like gyms, right? Because I ain't got to clout nothing, baby. Well, where's locker rooms at? That's literally in gyms, right? Would you go in locker room after games, after stuff like that, right? Fake mob ties, lordship, the rank of dignity. See, somebody felt like they couldn't let baby win What did he beat somebody on the court? Y'all know when guys play basketball, you could touch their soul through juking them. You know what I'm saying? Was he playing and took his shot and somebody, y'all know? Or was it because he beat the one little boy was name was Bell or something, the Bell family, and that goes back into rituals too. If you go on Bell and all of that stuff. But lordship, the ranking of dignity. I feel like if them kids, it was truth in it when they said the two brothers and they got into a fight on the bus and Kendrick beat up one of the boys, that did something to their dignity. And your father, this big FBI agent, you can't get beat up by the Negro. But the FBI is starting to get exposed for how they get down too. Four, stability and manifestation. Like enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's like it's so much money getting put into, raging war and stopping us from seeing certain things, but we're not even that type of people. We're not even that type of people to do cruel, to cut women, children out their belly and stump babies out. That's not us. To our worstest enemy, that's not us. You got some of us that probably do some sick shit, but that's not us. That's y'all. And you dealing with people that still got that mentality. It says, never let a man use you. Love, look for the red flags. Why do you have to work so hard? Somebody was set up by old friends. And I feel like a whole lot of people that was involved in this case, their life haven't been right. That's down to the investigators. Because it's the worst thing is for you to know your job. You know the ins and outs. For a person to come in that's in a high authority of you to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. That's the same way I feel with the gloves in the medical field. That's the first aid stuff we get trained on. You keep how to dispose of them gloves. But on through the beer or the Convert 19, they was telling old people to keep them damn powder gloves on all day, hands sweating, full of sweat. But my point of it is, these people who worked this case knew their job. A lot of they homes was broken. People was up hours and stuff for somebody to come in for lordship and leadership and because you were part of my secret order. Let it sink, collective. Because this is the season where y'all gonna see some things. It says get together, a meeting, a casual social gathering. You're gonna see justice in this lifetime. Okay, it says love you, listen. It says love you, listen to others. And I feel like a whole lot of people that didn't listen to you when you was telling them like that person is a creep. I wouldn't keep my child around that person. Stuff like that. It's certain things that people could have, judged you because you was outspoken through your life. You spoke on some things that went against the way that they think or how they feel. Yeah. See, someone wanted you to be seen as a liar because your intuition is on point. Because your intuition is on point. And it says, no matter what they say, I'm going to love you every day. I know you're able. That's the end of that. But collective, it's your intuition. And I feel like I just was everywhere with this message, but I'm going to do a Kendrick Johnson message. But I'm going to put this for my intuitives, the ones that read. You're scaring people. Because you getting a bird's eye view on a lot of things that you see. You don't need recognition to say, oh, I see that. Because a whole lot of things that I done pulled out of seen, I said years ago that they was spying on people. So the ones that do this, a lot of y'all, you know what I'm saying? You about to get some peace with people surveillance and watching you and stuff. Because a whole lot of these higher ups that's in these agencies and stuff, they under judgment. Because they use, they overuse their authority. They were angels and spirit guides once upon a time. And they fell from grace. They decreased. They decreased. Yeah. But that's what I see for y'all. I feel like I was a little everywhere, but I hope somebody got a message out of it. But I really feel like baby's energy was too much because it been on my heart. It been on my heart. And if y'all guys don't do nothing, like I say, just pray for that situation, that family gets some type of justice, because it make you feel some type of way. Like, we all slow, we all stupid, we all watching the same thing. We could put it together and we ain't even, you know. But yes, collective, you getting a bird's eye view, personal and professional, on different levels. You're gonna see a lot of things. Just be prepared. But I feel like you've been prepared because you've seen it. So it's no need for you to fear. But just know a lot of people is fearing you because you are a lot of people's tower moments. A lot of people go in their hermit mode, collective, running from you. Okay, a father figure reverse. These authority figures, and I really feel like this goes back to that case too. These authority figures, mm-mm. I'm telling you, it's something significant about that school. Something very significant about that school. But I'm gonna get out this energy. I'm gonna get that baby. I'm gonna do a message for him. Look, the devil. This was so low vibrational. I'm telling you. It's something very significant about that school. It's something significant about the transportation or something. This bus stop energy, street signs, the signs was there. It's something collective. But I feel like he need a whole mess. He need a whole reading to himself. And I'm gonna give him that because it's like he ain't letting up. Cause yeah, he ain't letting up. He want these skeletons to be exposed or what the hell happened. It's a whole lot of gossip. Cause he feel like his family is not getting no peace. He feel like his family is not getting no peace after this death. It was too many skeletons in the closet. Yeah, y'all. But I'm gonna cleanse my energy because this was too heavy. I couldn't even really, tap in how I want because that just been sitting there and it's like stuff just coming up in my energy, y'all. I'm gonna have to cleanse, okay? Especially for mediumship, because once, like I say, don't play with mediumship. If you do this type of work, don't play with mediumship because you will be surprised, y'all. I'm telling you, you will be surprised. But yeah, I'm gonna cleanse and I'm gonna come back, y'all. I think I'm gonna do that reading if y'all interested, but I'm gonna do a pre-upload. I don't think I'm gonna do that live, and I'm gonna upload it, and y'all go watch the documentary and y'all see what y'all see. The ones who into this, y'all see too, because I know I'm not the only one that gets certain people, energy that clings on, like far as past over loved ones and passed over people. Some of y'all probably don't know what it is, but I'm here to tell you. Is a certain level of spiritual care that you got to do when you get that type of when you get the when those gifts activate. Like your clairs and certain stuff is certain things that you do. But when you get the mediumship activation, who y'all, I'm telling you, you got to have a certain boundaries and certain things. You got to know certain things. There's certain ways you have to eat. It's a lot. I'm telling you, it's a lot. You got to really take care of yourself because you can. Yeah, yeah. But with that being said, collective, I'm gonna cleanse this energy. But you just know you got a bird's eye view on a whole lot of people, places, and things. Okay, take what resonate and leave what don't. All right. Remember the things that you could change, walk towards change. The things that you can't, ask for serenity. And I wish you guys nothing but the best. Peace. If I know how to log off, okay.